Good morning, dear students. We were discussing the African poets, in which we have discussed some earlier aspects of African poetry. Today, we are going to discuss women and gender. So, though men and women in African societies played the complementary roles during the pre-colonial period, prose and poetry written by women towards the last quarter of the 20th century post-colonial period present women in subordinate and dependent role. So as we know very well about the Africa was also conquered by the Europeans, and they also suffered a lot at the hand of Europeans and colonizer. They as far as Africa is concerned, so the women, men as well as women share their hand to get their freedom from European colonizer. But when after in post-colonial period, I mean after getting the independence from European colonizer, when we observe the writing of their women, particularly in Africa, we come to know the status of women in Africa. So they describe themselves as the subordinate, means depending on other, or dependent roles, means they are playing subordinate dependent roles, means they are totally dependent on the men to fulfill their demands, or they are totally oppressed, or they are totally in control under the men, because they means women are not so empowered in African culture. They are also suffered from the patriarchal society. In the same way, they are also became slave at the hand of women. So such type of issues we generally come across in the writing of African women. There is a call for better education for women. For that, if you want to empower the woman, and there is the only way to empower yourself, and that is the education. That's what there was call for the education for women, economic independence, for freedom from patriarchal oppression. See here, both men as well as women fought for their independence with from the European oppressor, we can say European colonizer. But after getting the independence, they have to fight, means African women, they have to fight with their own patriarchal culture, and to get their rights, and that is totally reflected in the writing of African women, and in which we have some African women writers, particularly we can say the Stella and Frank Sipasula's Hinman Book of African Women's Poetry, it was published in 1995, is an important contribution to African literature. So dear student, you should also note down this particular work written by Stella and Frank Sipasula's The Hinman Book of African Women's Poetry, which was published in 1994. It is the great important contribution to the African literature. Women have become more visible in the new millennium, competing favorably and contributing to every genre of literature. Every genre of literature means prose, poetry, dramas, novel, and all the genres of literature. The woman writer, particularly African woman writer, contributed a lot. Mulara Ogundip Leslie, a feminist scholar, poet, and critic, argues for an African-centered feminism called Stewanism. African-centered feminism. Who? The Mulara Ogundip Leslie, who fought for the feminism, who also argues for the African-centered feminism, and for that feminism, African-centered feminism, she called that movement as the Stewanism. She called who? The Mulara Leslie called that movement as the Stewanism. You should also write it down. It is the most important term you should know. It may be asked in your exam. So Stevanism is the term coined by Molara Leslie for the African Center Feminism. Stevanism is the term coined by Molara Leslie for the African Center Feminism. You should write it down. Then in her book Social Transformation in Africa Including Women, in her book Recreating Ourselves, Leslie has also contributed poem to the anthology Daughter of Africa. These are most commendable work of Leslie, Molara Leslie. You should write it down. Recreating Ourselves and Daughter of Africa. These are most commendable works written by Molara Leslie, and you should write it down. Access to publishing has enabled women poets all over the continent to be heard and read. Through their writing, women affirm their womanhood and assert their status in the society. That was main motto behind their reflection with the help of literature. And so that was their motto, the motto of woman writer particularly, to assert their status in the society. They just wanted to be compared with men. They just wanted to be considered as same, as liable like a man, because the status of the woman in the that particular society in that post-colonial period, we generally find that they were considered they considered themselves the subordinates at the hand of the woman patriarchal system in the Africa, and that's why they contributed in various genres of literature only to assert their existence in the society. So there are also some another writers we generally find. There are female voices challenges the traditional patriarchal authority. They register their protest at injustice and give vent to their anger. Frustration and bitterness, and it was the main motto of behind their writing. Female voices challenge the traditional patriarchal authority. Patriarchal म्हणजे पुरुष प्रधान जे संस्कृती आपल्याला आफ्रिकेमध्ये पाहायला मिळते, त्याच्या विरोधामध्ये कुठंतरी एक अँगर दे वांटेड टू रेज. they wanted to just express their agitation, their anger against the patriarchal domination in their society, in their culture. In her poem, In her poem, Do Not Stop Me, she expresses her determination to be freed from the shackles society places on her. This is the work by Angela Miri. This is work by Angela Miri, an established female poet from the central Nigeria, has published widely in the poetry anthologies. Her poem is Do Not Stop Me. This is the poem written by Angela Miri, and you should also write down. And this is very good poem, and that express her bitterness towards the shackle the society had put on her. Do not stop me, I burn like the wild hermit on fire, burning uncontrollably and destroying everything in its path. अपन जो क्या वनवा देखते हैं, जो वाइल्ड फायर देखते हैं, the same situation in which the anger of her situation is the same, that she can burn, she is like the wild hermit on fire, and she can burn each and everything that will come in her path. Such type of determination and anger and agitation we generally find in the writing of women in that particular period. Catherine Asholono in her poetry uphold the traditional African values in relation to the role of wife and mother. Maria Ajima, also Nigerian, has published several collections of poetry and short stories including Cycles, The Web and The Thrill, and has won literary prize for her creative output. Her short poem Silhouettes convey her hypnotic effect on the reader. Tremble my heart, brown a muscle, seal out of the lover, pain against the organ, sunrays. So we have among them another poet, Catherine Asholonu, in her poetry uphold the traditional African values in relation to the role of wife and mother. Marina Ajima, also Nigerian, who has published several collection of poetry and short stories including Cycles, The Web, The Thrill, and have won the literary prize for her creative output. Her short poem, whose the Maria Ajima's short poem, The Sil Hautes. This is the very short poem, very beautiful poem written by Maria Ajima. So you should write down this also, this work of Maria Ajima. Then there are Ifi Amadium from Nigeria uses repetition for the effect in her poet Bitter. Bitter is the poem of Imi Amadium from Nigeria. Ifi Amadium from Nigeria, she used the bitter. Bitter leaf is used in cooking but only after it is thoroughly washed, leaving a residual bitterness that enhances the taste of soup. The poet maintains that the bitterness in her heart could not be easily gotten rid of as one would prepare the bitter leaf of the soup. So this is the bitterness. If we observe the overall situation of the woman, particularly in Africa, we will come to know that though they were freed from the shackles of European colonizer after getting independence from European colonizer, but they were also shackled, or they were also imposed, we can say, the burden by their own culture, patriarchal society, patriarchal culture. They were considered the subjugated, subordinate to the men, and that shackles generally, that limitations, that we can say humiliation at the hand of men. For that they fought and write and try to express themselves with the writing of poetry, and that's why we observe the various that much frustration in the writing of woman. So the remaining portion of this African poetry we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.